Georgia Douglas Johnson, born September 10th, 1880, and made her sacred transition May 14th, 1966. She was an American poet and a member of the Harlem Renaissance. And one of her most inspiring pieces of poetry that she wrote for me was entitled Black Woman. Don't knock at the door, little one. I cannot let you in. You know not what a world this is of cruelty and sin. Wait in the still of eternity until I come to you. The world is cruel, cruel, child. I cannot let you in. Don't knock at my heart, little one. I cannot bear the pain of turning a deaf ear to your call time and time again. You know not the monster men inhabiting the earth. Be still. Be still, my precious child. I must not give you birth. That particular piece resonates with me and throughout me and all through me when I talk about my ancestors. Our poets and artists during the Renaissance era, Black, they were our sheroes and our heroes. They were our educators. They educated us beyond the lies that we were being fed in our schools. They gave us the inspiration to excel, because then it was trying to prove to America that if we were not equal with them, we were better than they were. Poetry today has taken a twisted turn that I just see as one of exploitation. When you talk about poetry contests and going mainstream, that means everything and everybody gets to participate. And so you lose something. What is the message? What is the essence? What are you poets talking about today? Is it the politics, social injustices, civil injustices? I mean, now that we have this integration and dealing with multiculturalism and everybody wanting a piece of the pie, in some places still here in America, they don't honor Black History Month. There are children and growing up without being able to celebrate Black History Month. And I mean, history before slavery of Black people, up to the moment when that twisted and dreadful moment came when we did become enslaved and then did have to deal with being colonized and spread out and torn apart. Black History Month during the Renaissance era, it was something to look forward to. A lot of that's changed. Now we got all these contests. The last poets didn't have to participate in contests. Maya Angelou, Nikki Giovanni, and if we go dealing with Mutabaruka, it shouldn't be a competition. It's, recognition is good. Are you wanting to be recognized egotistically, or is it your work that you want recognized? Is it your messages that you want recognized? What are they changing for your people? What are they changing for the world? But we always have to start in our own backyard. these are just some of the reasons why I just don't see the need for, all the competition. When we were growing up, particularly when I was growing up, when we came out to see our poets, we were not concerned with them being in a competition with each other, or judging them. We came out to listen to the essence of what they were making us aware about, putting us on notice about our inability and our frightfulness to stand up to the man, to stand up against social and civil injustices. And whenever we could get a breathing moment within all of that brutality in our own communities, then we had to deal with trying to love each other. And what was that all about? And what was that like, And so our poets addressed those issues. And it wasn't for a contest. These are just some of the things that keep me from participating in mainstream poetry and poetry slams. We are judged all the time, and we've been judged enough by other people, what they think of us and so on and so forth. As a poet, as an artist, you either like what I'm presenting or you don't, And like we say, there is somebody that will appreciate it, that can identify with it, because most of the time, if people can't identify with something, then it's not going to matter to them. But as long as people can identify with what you're presenting artistically, bringing reality into a craft of artistry, Black arts movement, liberation, has our poetry and our poets today, have we moved away from that? Because, I got 3 minutes to present to you, poetically what it is I got to say, so that the other poet can come right behind me, who may not be of African descent, who don't know anything about what it's been like to be Black in America. Okay, so maybe someone's got to come on stage in the next 3 minutes, and I got to get off the stage, because I'm losing points and, taking too long, so on and so forth. And maybe this person might be, a hybrid person, multicultural person, mulatto, ethnic. So they have their social thing that they're going through with just being accepted, because they're half and half, they're half Black and they're half something else, and and America has a hard time dealing with those that are half of something and half of something else. So 3 minutes and I've already lost all kinds of points, and so I'm not gonna win no awards. Battle cry of a rebel poet.
A mainstream poet I ain't and can't be, and that's why society may never know or recognize me. And the powers that be have already classified me as a menace to their oppressive ideologies. Right now I'm being criminally profiled and grouped with other minds like mine to be exiled, terminated, and locked down into prisons, industrially privatized for bigger bucks, and prison cages, cold and stone places where you best know that they are actively engaging in torture tactics with their newly made mass weapons of crowd control machines meant to stop all social uprisings. Yes, I'm a scheming poet who devise, plan, and skillfully strategize rhymes to rhythms meant to wake y'all the fuck up. So, you may never look up and see me performing on a lot of mainstream stages to audiences of smiling faces who slowly become mixed with rage as I dispel the spells that all political candidates have agreed to sell to we the people, who have become divided sheep without caring shepherds who offer up their own asses just to hope. I said just to hope. Hopefully save us. So again, let me say my liberation trained songs and poems will never be heard over mainstream airwaves because my verbs refuse to behave and my pronouns continue to renounce their barbaric ways, and my adjectives have been case filed with statements ruled to be in contempt every time I raise my fists and try to give them back all of their shit. Mainstream poets reek with the smell of conformity, rehearsed in timelines, standing in line and paying submission fees to a panel of mainstream elected peeps who have been prepped to shut anyone down in the first round, who comes with all poetic raps containing revolutionary snaps and claps intended to slap you out of it and keep you hip to the tricks they got most of us bebopping to. And y'all never see or find me flocking to these damn egotistical poetry slams, verbal recitals where mainstream poets talk and get scammed and awarded with titles given to bullshit, the idle, and the blind mind. Even further, no, I'm not surprised by people who have never heard of me, cause my words only seek out the ears of those who want to be free, a continuing quest handed up to us by those who already died so that we could be. My final thing as a poet, vomited out of the mouths those who remain mainstream in a poetic slam that screams death, death, death to all, death to all oppressive schemes.